Hey, so in this video, I'm going to be talking about a chapter that I had to read for my EDAV 427 class, and I'm just going to talk about really what stood out to me in this chapter and really what I kind of drew from this. So in this chapter, it talked about how experts gain their knowledge, and then it also talked about how experts teach. So I'm going to be talking about that. And kind of how I related all of this was I related it to my experience with college within my major. So all the classes that I'm taking right now in my senior year, I wouldn't have understood anything if I didn't have those core lessons that I had my freshman year and my sophomore year and my junior year. And those were really kind of the building blocks up to this year, my senior year. And then also, all of undergrad is technically building blocks for when I end up going to grad school for my major. And then another thing that I wanted to point out that this chapter talks about, it kind of brings up a chess expert a lot, like the game of chess. And it kind of draws like one example saying how a chess player knows obviously all about chess. So when they're playing chess, they can visually see moves and draw different conclusions because they know so much about their subject. And to where I can know so much about my major, and I can now start to draw different conclusions and different diagnosis and all of these other things that I can draw from that core information since I know that. And so technically, if that person that's an expert in chess, if they gave me information on chess and they were reading that same information to memorize it, they would memorize that 10 times faster than I would because I don't have any previous knowledge to chess. And yet they would be able to memorize it and be able to make conclusions off of it because they have prior knowledge and know more about chess than I do. But same as if I was to give them information about speech pathology or audiology and I had that same information, I could take in that information and draw more conclusions than they probably could since they might not have that background. And, I could sit there and teach this person that knows more about chess than speech pathology or audiology, and I could teach them more about my major, but I would really have to strip it down for them. I would have to teach them those core lessons that I learned my freshman, sophomore, and junior year so that they could get up to speed or understand where I am. And I mean, same as where they are in chess, they would have to literally break down the basics of the board and all the pieces so that I could know and I could visually piece together every single move that I make. And that kind of goes with an expertise can eventually teach someone, but it's not guaranteed that they can efficiently teach others until they strip down their subject and teach that person its core values. And I really do think that that's very important in schools and in certain classes because I know when I was younger, when all of us were younger, we had that one teacher that obviously taught us, let's just say, math basics. So we all obviously started off with count our own numbers. then it went from, we started adding numbers and subtracting numbers and multiplication and division, and we wouldn't be where we were right now with all of our math skills if it wasn't for those people that really broke it down and taught us the core values first. But yeah.